Okay, you guys, I just wanted to reiterate one more point about writing the equation of a line from a table because using the rate of change, okay, and how you can find the slope of a line, okay, by looking at it on a table, which we discussed, and then, but we should also be able to answer the question, is this a linear or a nonlinear function? So you guys know that linear, okay, we said this before, line R, the word line in linear means a straight line. And so nonlinear would be, it could be a function, it just wouldn't be a straight line. It would be a nonlinear function. Maybe it would be like, say a parabola. But we can tell whether or not we have a linear, because that's going to be one of the questions on the Algebra EOC. We can tell whether or not from a table whether we're dealing with a linear or a nonlinear function by using the rate of change, which is what? The change in y over the change in x, aka also known as the slope, okay? So, I've already started marking it here. So the difference between 5 and 7 is a positive 2, positive 2, positive 2 on the our range, okay? With the domain from 3 to 4 is a positive 1, from 4 to 5 is plus 1, and from 5 to 6 is plus 1. So we can see that this is 2 over 1, 2 over 1, 2 over 1. So obviously the slope of this line is, if we were to write the equation of this line, we have y equals mx plus b, we have y equals blank x plus blank. The slope of this line, 2 over 1, the obvious is the slope is a positive 2. Okay, and so again, if we wanted to figure out, what is the y-intercept, once again, we just solve for b by choosing one of the points in the line. So I'm going to choose, the smallest point we have here. So we have 5 and then 3. So 5 equals 6 plus b. Subtract b 6 from both sides. B equals negative 1. So let's erase the the b and put our negative 1. So we just wrote the equation of a line by using the information in the table. And the point I'm trying to make is, whatever, each of these was plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So our slope was the same every time. 2 over 1 equals, 2. We had the same slope every step of the way, and so that means that this is a linear function. Okay, but let's look at the next table. Okay, so here we have what is our change? What is our delta x? What is our change in the domain? What is our change in our x values? So from 1 to 2 you have plus 1. From 2 to 3 you have plus 1. From 3 to 4 you have plus 1. Okay, looking good so far. Let's take a look at our range, our y values. So 5 to 11 is plus 6. 11 to 21, oh, well, that's a plus 10. That, don't worry about it because all we care about is the slope. And then from 21 to 35 is a plus 14. So we have 6 over 1, that simplifies to a positive 6, 10 over 1, that simplifies to a 10, and 14 over 1, that simplifies to 14. So we have 1, 2, 3 different slopes, okay? So that is your clue, okay, that this is a non-linear function, okay? Super easy, just checking out the slope. Now, let's look to see what we have in our last example. So from 0 to 6, we have plus 6. From 6 to 9, we have plus 3. From 9 to 15, we have plus 6. Well, that's super interesting. We've never seen, plus 6, plus 3, plus 6 in our domain, in our x values. But let's not prejudge. Let's just go from there. Okay, and so from 2 to 4, we have a plus 2. From 4 to 5, we have a plus 1. Okay, well, this looks, interesting. And then from a positive 5 to a positive 7, we have a plus 2. So let's, again, we're looking for delta y over delta x. We're looking for the change in y over the change in x. So we're going to take 2 over 6, right? So for our first one, we have 2 over 6, which simplifies to 1/3. We're going to take 1 over 3, so 1/3, well, that's as simplified as you get. That's 1/3. So now we're going to take 2 over 6, oh, and that simplifies to 1/3. So as you can see, we have the same, that when we simplify the rate of change, when we simplify the delta y over the delta x, when we put that y over our x and simplify, and when we simplify and we get the same result every time, that tells us we have what's called a linear function, okay? Super easy.